a pretty robust video platform just to be able to receive all of the different types of video. Then you have to have extremely high levels of storage because they're extremely large files. And then you have to have extremely high bandwidth when it comes to now delivering the file. When somebody clicks to watch the video, you need to be, that video needs to play. You don't want to see a little wheel spinning. You want that video to start playing right away. So most of the touch points do not want to host the video file. They'll let the dealer display the video, but in order to display it, the dealer either needs to send them a URL that they can simply reference or embed the video, give them an embed code. So one of the two, we'll let you display your video that way, but in terms of uploading it to us, we just don't want to be involved in that. It's way too much work. It'd be way too much work for the dealership as well if the dealership were trying to update all of that content on a regular basis too. So the answer is they create placeholders. So if you think about it like Google Ads, you go to a website and all over the website you see advertisements, right? You see banner ads, you see display ads, and those ads are appearing in placeholders, places where the person who built that website has put a space for that ad to display. So the ad that is displaying can change instantly. 100 different people land on that exact web page at the exact same time, and the 100 different people can see a different ad because of the digital marketing network that's powering that space holder. It's not the website, right? The website's not doing anything. It's the digital marketing platform, Google's digital marketing platform, for the most part, that's powering that placeholder area. And with the behavioral targeting, the digital targeting and everything that's built into the digital advertising platform, they're able to get a profile of the person that has just landed on that page. And based on that individual person's previous shopping experience, any data that's available to Google based on the campaign, all the campaigns that are in the system and whatnot, will determine what ad we're going to show, what ad is most relevant to this person and who gets to display it. So boom, instantly, you don't see it. It happens so fast. You land on that page, boom, there's an ad specific to you that you know is relevant to you and other things you've been looking at, right? A video platform is the same thing. The reality is a video platform can do all of those. It is a digital marketing network. Mm-hmm. And what these websites, what they are receiving, a video player, is just a placeholder. Just like the code that's on a website, there's code on the website that says this video player is going to go here. So when, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to come back to that and ask you to get more technical on that in just a moment here. I just launched this. So folks, if you're tuned in, we're here live. That was Tim James, COO of Flick Fusion. I'm Ryan Girardi. You're here at our video marketing for auto retail. Today's Thursday, February 21st. Tim, great to be up here again with you.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Now, Tim was just speaking to the idea, technically, of a video marketing platform, which is what the Flick Fusion platform is. Flick Fusion is one of the first of its kind. I actually remember when it came out, because it was Brian Cox from Dealer Impact, and he came out with this Flick Fusion video. platform, I want to say around 2011, 2012.
Actually, 2007.
It was before that. Okay. So Brian obviously knew where things were headed. I mean, fair. He had the vision to know what the industry was going to need. Now, there are so many platforms out there. To name a few, Bright Cove, one of the most known platforms, Wistia, right? To name a couple others. Speak for a minute on, in picking up where you left off, where I interrupted you. What makes Flick Fusion unique? What is specific about Flick Fusion that you're not going to see really in any other such platform?
Well, it's, if we start by, you're talking about the vision. And in 2007, when we started building the platform, we always, from day one, we looked at video differently than I think the way most people look at it. Most people, when you say the word video, you're really thinking about the content. You're thinking about what's actually playing in the little box, right? You click a play button and there's content playing. And most of us think when we talk about video, we say the word video, it's all really about the content, how to produce the content, what devices you need to use and technologies you need to use to go out and shoot a good video and have good video content. And those things are all accurate without question. Content is a very important part of the video equation. But the reality is, and what the vision was all the way back in 2007, is that video isn't just about content. Video is about being able to deliver. Video gives you the ability, and mainly because of the way video has evolved throughout the automotive industry, but it gives you the ability to control the content across multiple touch points instantly in real time based on each individual shopper's individual profiles, just like any digital ad network that's out there. A video platform has all the capabilities that a digital marketing platform has.
So you use the word touch point. Give us a couple of examples of what you mean by a touch point.
Yeah, so anywhere that you're wanting to display a video, that's a touch point, right? So it might be your own individual website, that's a touch point. It may be a blog, that's a touch point. It may be Facebook, that's a touch point. It may be a third-party marketing partner, an auto trader, a cars.com, a KBB. Those are all touch points, right? So you want to market. We know Google tells us all the time, they give us reports and updates on all of the most popular touch points that automotive shoppers are visiting during the buying cycle to research cars, and as they move through the funnel, get closer to making a purchasing decision. And all of those different websites that they're visiting, all of the different places that they go are all touch points. Most touch points don't want to host the video file. They do what they do, right? And the thing about videos is there's so many different types of video content that's being delivered to you, all different sizes, a lot of different codecs and video formats, and it all has to be normalized. It all has to be brought in and changed and updated and manipulated so that it's consistent, so that it fits in that little box. Now, with a digital ad network, you get ready to upload your YouTube video, or you get ready to upload a display ad via the Google ads, or even just a regular text ad. As you're putting in, preparing that ad, it's making you change the size of your image, right? Your image has to meet these requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So they force the user to make all of those changes so that the video or the display, the image that you're uploading is already changed and manipulated to fit the various boxes that they have out across the internet on all these touch points, so that none of the touch points or the system doesn't have to do it. Whereas most video hosts don't. Most video hosts are like, you just upload your video, our system will do all the normalizing. So give us any video size, any video format, none of those things matter. You just click your video, upload it into the platform. Our platform does all of the resizing, reshaping, recoloring, you name it, manipulating it so that it's now going to fit in the various boxes that it has to go in.
Okay, so I don't have to process my video files for each individual touch point that it's going to. I'm just giving you the one file, and then Flick's going to distribute that in the format that it needs to be.
Yeah. So, and the reason, and that's the reason why most of these touch points out there do not want to allow dealers to upload video content to them, right? They don't want to have to go through all of that. It's a very expensive system you have to build to accomplish all of those things. So what they say is, okay, we'll take your video, but instead of uploading it to us, just send me a URL or give me an embed code. You do one of those two things, and we'll then pull it into our system, and we'll put it in the placeholder box that it's supposed to go. But that's what the display of that video across those touch points is. It is simply a placeholder, just like that digital ad that's sitting right next to it, with the display ad, the Google ad in there. It's a placeholder, and it can be dynamically changed in real time, just like that display ad can. So 100 different people could land on that exact same page at the exact same time and see different video content. Now, the video content that they're seeing may still be based around the original video that was in the box, that was in the placeholder, but there can be additional video content added to it in real time, put in the front. There can be additional video content added to the back. There can be additional video content added in the middle. We've all been to YouTube, and you've been watching a YouTube video, and all of a sudden, or Facebook, and all of a sudden you have to stop watching the video and watch an ad, right? It's the same. It's the exact same technology. It's the exact same concept, right? Just because you're watching a video on Facebook and all of a sudden there's an ad, a video ad in the middle, there's nothing unique or special about that. YouTube can do it. Flick Fusion can do it. Facebook can do it. Any video host out there has the ability to dynamically change that video content instantly in real time. And it can all be based off of behavioral data and the individual person that has clicked to watch the video. So if you're creating the most relevant experience for each individual shopper that you can possibly create.
So when I asked earlier, you know, what makes Flick Fusion unique, you know, I know that one of those components is you guys have the ability to support vehicle inventory, which is what dealers ultimately need to sell, pretty robustly, right? So when you look at other platforms, other apps out there, and I won't name them, but there's plenty of options out there. I did name a couple. They don't have inventory integration. They don't have CRM integration, correct? And so these are capabilities. There's two different kinds of CRMs in this world. There's CRMs that the general public uses, and then there's automotive specific CRMs that most automotive dealerships use, right? They are very different animals.
So do some of these others out there have CRM integration when it comes to some, just the generic other CRMs, that are out there in the world? Yeah, they may. Some of them probably do. They all have APIs that are available that are very easy to set up, real-time integrations with. But in terms of automotive and how many of them have that real-time API integration in automotive, to me, FlickFusion is the only one that I'm aware of. If there is another one, I'm yet to see it or hear about it. So that being said, you're also right in terms of inventory videos. The first product that we brought to market was stitched photo inventory videos. And stitched photo video inventory videos are still one of the largest products that we have. We have a very large number of dealerships across the country that utilize those, and they are very productive. They have a significant impact on a dealer's sales. We're also one of the largest providers of full motion inventory videos, where either the dealership or the photography company, the lot service company, is shooting an actual walk around video of the car. And we automate the audio. We automate the upload. We automate, them getting the video to the websites, all the various touch points. We automate adding the additional merchandising layers for the video, the audio that goes on top of it, some informational types of all data driven and whatnot. And that's obviously extremely important in the overall equation of what I was just talking about, because automobile dealerships sell cars, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. We're the people that we're wanting to serve video content to is a very specific consumer, and that's a consumer who is searching for an automobile. And to be able to know what kind of automobile they're searching for, to be able to utilize that stitched photo video placeholder. Because when I say stitched photo inventory video, that's the content part of it. But that is delivered to all of the various touch points with the technology part of it in the digital marketing platform, right? So you're able to capture every shopper that clicks to watch that video. You're able to capture their data. More importantly, you're able to utilize the CRM integrations that you're talking about, any type of data integration that the dealership has available, to instantly enhance the experience for that shopper on that touch point via that video placeholder. It could be by adding additional content to the inventory video. It could be by adding additional content on top of the inventory video, in front of it, behind it, in the middle of it, you name it, just like a YouTube video, just like a Facebook video, how you can change and manipulate what the person is seeing, all based on each individual person's previous patterns, previous behaviors. So, that's what we set out to build starting in 2007. Yeah. From day one, we didn't build a video content platform. We built a video digital marketing platform that had all of the same abilities and features of a Google network, a YouTube, you name it, so that we could now there's a big difference in how we do things. Our goal is not to generate ad revenues like a YouTube or a Google. Our goal is to use that information to simply enhance the experience for the shopper, right? I mean, that's our mission statement at our company.
Your revenue comes from licensing, not from advertising.
Exactly.
So I think one thing I'm hearing you emphasize, which is a really difficult concept to get your mind wrapped around, is the FlickFusion platform, as you refer to, is almost like it's a distribution network that apps and other platforms can integrate with and be these touch points. This isn't about a video streaming service where I got an app on my phone and I can go do walk around videos because that's all I can do. It's not just about, like you said, stitching videos to show up on a third party classified. This is for app developers and other software companies that need to support video. They need that need to support video for dealers because they need that inventory support as well. And you have this network effectively.
They need it all. You're absolutely right. They need it all tied together, right? Mm-hmm. If you're sending out a video text or a video email to a service department customer or a sales lead using an isolated product that has no connection or communication with your inventory videos or your new model test drive videos, especially across all these other various touch points, you're losing all of that potential data and all of the potential insight that you could have into the behaviors of that individual shopper. So yeah, what we do is we work with companies, we work with our customers really aren't the dealerships themselves. Our customers are the website companies out there, the digital marketing companies of the automotive industry, some CRM companies of the automotive industry, a lot of photography and lot service companies who are shooting the full motion walkarounds. So those are the companies that have come to us, just like you've said, and said, hey, we feel like we need to add these video features. And first and foremost, we don't want to have to get into the whole, building of a platform. We understand what we lose if we utilize one of these other hosting services and not an integrated platform. And we don't want to build it ourselves. So can you build this custom piece for us, or can we license your piece that you've already have built, which then also simultaneously opens up a lot of other doors for them in terms of how they can then add other video features for their customers to expand that footprint, right? To expand the number of those little boxes they have out across all these touch points, gathering information, bringing in information about each customer in their customer's CRM and their customer's funnel, so that every time one of their customers, a shopper, lands on one of those little boxes, it's delivering the best, most relevant experience possible. And relevancy is the key. The more relevant your marketing message is to each individual shopper, the more engagement you're going to get, the more conversion you're going to get, the more leads you're going to receive, the more appointments you're going to set, the more appointments that are going to show up, and of course, the more cars you're going to sell. So, relevancy's always been the key, and relevancy remains the key. Just throwing video content out there and hoping it sticks is certainly one strategy, but when you can very easily just automate everything, have everything on one platform that's really just automated to monitor the shopper and make sure you're getting the right marketing message, not video content, the right marketing message delivered to the right shopper at the right time of the buying cycle. So that's really the platform that we set out to build in 2007, and we just continue to keep expanding on it and adding new features and new technologies.
Well, that's great. I think that gives it's a tough picture to get your head wrapped around, I think, because we're so accustomed to thinking. I think that the majority of us, when we think of video, we think, I'm going to take a video. I feel like I have to put it everywhere. I got to put it on LinkedIn. I have to go put it on YouTube. I have to go put it on Facebook. I need it on my website. So I'm going to embed one of those onto my website, right? When you get into different features or integrations like you're talking about, It's a lot. So we got a few minutes left here. Let's try to liven things up just a little bit on a fun note. Video consumption today, it's like if it's not video, I don't even know if you can get somebody's attention, right? News feeds, it's all video. It's all video. So a lot's changed in what, 3 years? I think 3-4 years ago, the conversation was, you got to make video, you got to make video. And now it's like, you got to make video this way for this platform and this way for that platform. So why don't you put some perspective on this for us? It's 2019, last year of the decade. What should we as an industry be thinking about as it pertains to video technology and marketing?
Think about it like this. How cool would it be if your videos could create themselves?
Oof.
Right? Whatever touch point a individual shopper lands on a touch point, and based on the information you have available for that shopper in your CRM or in your DMS, based on all of the monthly promotions you have in play with your ad agency, all the ads and ad content you have out there, based on the data or the ads or messaging that you're already creating, content that you've already created somewhere else for some other reason. If all of that content could all be analyzed all at the exact same time, utilizing a word we like to criticize right now, artificial intelligence. It's a word that, it's funny in automotive when we don't understand something, we just seem to, as an industry, start criticizing it and demonizing it. And the reality is it's a real thing. And it's only going to continue to get bigger and play a bigger and bigger role in our lives, and how information, how data, how content is not only created but consumed. So imagine if all of that information could be compared against that individual person that just landed on this particular touch point, and that little box is about to spin up some kind of a video. Well, what if the video that it sees that is spun up for that individual person is created instantly in real time based on all of this other data and all this information? Well, that's where we're at. I'm not going to say that that's the future, and that's going to be coming down the road. That exists.
Yeah.
And we're already dabbling in it. We already do have some areas that we can create that individual specific video content for an individual specific person. We can say their name in it if we wanted to. We don't, because it'd be a little creepy. But if we have that much data at our fingertips right now with the integrations we already have in place, and we're continually adding more and more data points and integrations with other automotive, powerhouses in the industry. So the amount of that it's growing, that the accessible data to help create that scenario is just skyrocketing now. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really cool, because you're going to be in a situation before long. I'm not discouraging people from still creating their own content. Absolutely do it. Because creating content's fun. Creating content it's a good release, and it's a great accomplishment. And I love seeing it, and I know individual shoppers love seeing it. But we also know that it can take a lot of time to create various types of content, and especially when that content's being created for a specific campaign or for a specific ad that's going to expire, right? It's got a shelf life.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to invest all of this time into creating, or a lot of money into creating a video for this specific campaign that's in 28 days, it's over, right? where, there's technology, the technology already exists where all of that can be done, just instantly, automatically by the machines.
Well, I mean, we're already seeing it. Facebook, at least every year, if not more periodically, puts a video up and that only you can see, and it's got kind of a montage of your post that you can play. It was around 5 years ago, Google sent you a video, delivered you a video that was like, said your name in it. It was all personalized. And I was like, man, I'm like, obviously this was done through artificial intelligence and automation, because it went out to every like Google business owner. Now there's a platform called Lumen 5, and I have an account with Lumen 5. And whenever I publish to my blog, it sends me an email, and it's already taken the blog content and started on a video. I still have to spend an hour to tweak the video, but to your point, that is here now, and it's just going to keep getting better. So, Netflix,
was it about 3 or 4 months ago? It seems like they came out with that Black Mirror episode where you start watching the movie, and at different points in the movie, you get to choose what happens next, right? So each person that watches the movie can have a completely different experience based on the choices they want the actors to make during the movie, right? So you start watching the movie and you click, it's interactive video, right? So you start watching the video, you start watching the movie, and you get to a point where it asks you, do you want the actor to say yes? Do you want the actor to say no? Do you want the actor to do this? Do you want the actor to do that? And you choose, and based on your choice, the next clip happens. So I was reading that article just a couple of days ago. I didn't watch the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm curious. I'm going to. It was a few months ago when that came out, but I was just reading the article, I think, yesterday. And I was like, what's really interesting is that the article was talking about how big of a deal interactive technology in video is, and how big of an impact it's going to play in the future, especially on marketing. And I'm thinking, it's kind of already here. It's kind of already a part of not just we're not the only one, but it's a part of the technologies that car dealers already have available. In a lot of other technologies that car dealers are using in strategy, they're always talking about how far behind they are. We're finally have a strategy in automotive that is years ahead of the rest of the world.
Sure. Well, 10 years ago, stitched videos were groundbreaking, and now they're not enough. So, well, hey, good stuff, folks. So thank you, Tim, for sharing that with us. And Black Mirror, by the way, always takes like worst case scenario of technology. So I'd be curious to see where it took that, because what you were describing is not far off from today's video games that are out there, where it's a quest and a lot of different outcomes that are kind of pre-done in there. But a TV or a movie where you're choosing that path sounds, I'd be curious to see where Black Mirror takes that. So here's what we're going to do. This is this will be released up into the AutoConverse podcast, and then in a couple of weeks we'll also have some pieces broken out of this video and then released out onto. Sorry, I'm getting a screen up here. Out onto the blogs. So this is part of our video marketing for auto retail webinar series. See if I got the right window here. Sorry about that. There we go. And you can find this by going to autoconversion.net. Look under webcast. There's an auto retail section, and look for video marketing. This is the screen you'll get. Now, if you go ahead and register, you will automatically be included on future events that we schedule. You don't have to attend, but you'll be able to join just like a traditional webinar. Or look here, there's a link here to the dedicated watch page, and you can just watch the live stream right here on our website. And if you do, log in and say hello, and you can even ask questions and whatnot, and let us know what you think, kind of make it interactive with others in the community. Also, for signing up, when you register, it's absolutely free. We will send you a link that gives you access to a 10 video series that Tim and I put together mid last year. And that covers everything from different types of videos you want to make, equipment, technology, and really the basis of today's conversation, which was around hosting, data, and distribution. And you'll have all those videos right there at your fingertips, and you can share them with your dealership or wherever you work, and everybody can enjoy that. Absolutely free, so go ahead and check that out. I'm Ryan Girardi. Again, you've been tuned in to our Video Marketing for Auto Retail web series. And Tim, why don't you go ahead and stay on? I'm going to shut this down. And real quick, if somebody's interested in talking with you, of course they could go to Flick Fusion, but what's the best way to get hold of you, Tim?
Well, the best way is just to call the office, 515-334-9638. And if I'm available, they'll pass you through to my cell phone. You never know where I'm going to go. I'm about to head out on a 6-week road trip where I'm going to be visiting different customers. I'm going to be in different markets. I've got a long list of trade shows and training seminars that we're going to be at. So, unfortunately, I never know where I'm going to be at. So I may not be there at the office, and I may not be available. So just ask them if I'm available. If I am, they'll shoot you through my mobile, and we can catch up then.
And you got a great team to lean on as well. So if anyone has any questions about the platform or anything, they can help you out as well.
They're the smart
All right,
ones.
folks.
They're the smart ones of the group, that's for sure.
You're just the face. You're the pretty face.
Well, I'm the gray face, the gray hair of the group.
All right, everybody, we're going to shut down. Thank you, and stay tuned for more. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Look for the Auto Converse podcast, and we'll see you in about a month. Take care, everyone.